subject matter in the videos here. I will get back to showing off some sports cards one of these times, but for the moment right now, I'm just going to show a mixture of things in whatever comes in the mail. And hopefully there will be a great mail day for everybody tomorrow, and thank you for watching. Alright, hope everybody's doing well. Had some camera issues, but I think I got those resolved. Don't have a whole lot of time to make video here, so what we're going to do is just show you, very quickly here what we got in the mail. And this first one here is from Las Vegas, Nevada. 30 December 23 is when it was postmarked here. And then this is for 90. That means Team 90s. I wrote 90 in the corner there. And to make a long story short, this is for my 1996 Bowman here. And this is Ron Wright. Don't know much about Ron Wright. He didn't play very much. He didn't have much of a career. He's in a Braves uniform, but I think he did more out of the Braves uniform than in it on other teams. So I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, signed in blue Sharpie. Very nice to have that one for my collection. So that is a point for Team 90s if you're not following Battle of the Decades. Then this one was $2 or $3. I took it out of the penny sleeve because it was really gross and probably damaging the cart. I don't know. But this is Movie Land Kino. So very, very old. I forgot the date of this. This is 1920s Movie Land Kino. Hopefully you can see the back of it there. The light is really shining on that one. It looks dark here, but it's very, very bright in the camera. Movie Land Kino. And this is Jack Mulhall. It says First National. Jack Mulhall, and it was, I think, some sort of game, I believe. This was $3, $2 or $3. I think it was $2 plus shipping. There were a number of other ones, but there was not a complete deck or set, and I couldn't find any of these other on eBay. But the reason I wanted this one is we got a very, very long career up until like the 50s or so. So that's very, very cool. He's in like 400 some things, or I don't know, he's in a lot. So that was really neat to grab that one, and I wanted to have this one. So Jack Mulhall and Movie Land Kino. Then we have something from Buck a Cover. Actually, I'm not sure. That's what I call it, is Buck a Cover, from the Lingans out of Canada, and they always send crazy stamps on there. It says more postage on back, and there is tons. So that's for the post office to know that. So tons and tons. I don't know if that's Wayne Gretzky. Who's that? There's a bunch of Canada hockey legends right there, so that's neat. And there's some other stamps there. Very, very cool to have those. Vancouver 2010. And then again, those are neat. Those are very cool to save. And I buy these because technically these are customs, and people have to make their own customs, and then just buy these, and it's just a much better deal all around. Much cheaper than eBay. I only paid something like $3 for shipping. Used to be $2, now it's $3. This is kind of unusual. This is a business reply envelope. It's been cut on the top, cut open here. This is very, very old. I bought this for 60 cents or something, not very much. Business reply, no postage necessary if mailed in the United States. So I'm not sure what happened here. It says something like Victoria. It says something Conchita Falls, or something, Texas. But what's weird is that it says postage due. So I don't know what happened there, but there was postage due on a business reply envelope that says no postage necessary to the National Bank of Tulsa. 5, 6, 7, 8 cents. So they needed 8 cents for that. So I have no clue why that happened there. No earthly idea why that was. So very unusual there. That was not very much. They had a bunch of those, I think. Then we have a bunch of space envelopes because these make for great autograph requests. If you don't know, these things should not cost more than a couple of dollars. I think these were 70 cents a piece, maybe $1 at the most, and you had to spend $10 to get to the point where they say, okay, you can make an order, so you have to spend at least $10. So there's that one, Moon Landing 1969. We have Wally Schirra orbits the Earth 6 times. Didn't have anything like that one, just a collector's piece, not an autograph piece. Then we have Apollo 11, Cape Canaveral 1969. Then we have this one here, Houston, Texas from 1978. Astronaut Program, Gwen Bluford, Daniel Brandenstein, James Buckley, Michael Coates, and Richard Covey, and I've gotten all of them before, so I theoretically can send out to one of those people that will sign for me. Then we have another one of these decade ones here. Familiar with that one there. So we'll continue on with the envelopes here, and we have this one I've never seen before, Kennedy Space Center, Florida, 1971. Another Space Accomplishments one. These are great because you can get the older astronauts, perhaps, if they're still signing, or you can get, lots of engineers and people behind the scenes to sign these. They're getting very harder and harder to find people to sign, but there's people in their 80s and 90s that are still signing, so get that when you can. And then this one, here's another Space Achievement ones from 1967, so that's cool. I don't see that one very often. And then this one I just bought because I needed to fill out the order here. And this one is TDRS, the first TDRSS launch from the Shuttle Challenger. Official commemorative cover of Titusville/Moonport Stamp Club. Titusville is in Florida, I believe, so there's that one. I don't understand why they put the stamp down there, but I think they did that because they want to cancel the show up, I think is what happened there. Again, this has no particular purpose other than going in my binder. And then we have this one here, which is First Men Apollo 11. Now these covers are not easy to find. That's why I grabbed so many of these space ones, because they're very popular for events and getting autographs on them. So here's another Apollo 11 one, 1969. They make the they do the cancels, and I'm not sure if they do the design afterwards or whatever. And then we have a few others here. These have nothing to do with NASA, and this one here is really cool. This is Catch the Wave, PitPex 2000 Station, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, November 4th, 2000. Explore the diversity of water at the Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium. So I have somebody from Pittsburgh that I'm going to be sending that off to get an autograph request on that one. Or I might choose this one here, and this is the Philatelic Society of Pittsburgh. These were only something ridiculous like 60 cents a piece. It would be like, probably $2 on eBay, so I might as well get these. International Youth Year. If you knew exactly what to have done, this is PitPex 1985. This is more of the timeline that I want to use. But I have another one from this series here. I want to get the whole series at some point. I just don't know how many stamps there are, because for probably whatever was on that sheet there is a different one from each. But there's this one, the World's Youth Key to the Future. So that might be a really good one to have autographed. And you always have to be careful that on these you make sure that it says please sign other side, because otherwise they're going to sign this or they're going to sign down here, and then you're going to put that in your display and it's like, oh shoot, that didn't work. So you always have to make sure. Then the last one here is quite interesting. Again, it was dirt cheap. Nobody grabbed it. This is probably a homemade one. Somebody did it through some sort of printer or whatever. But this one said, and I know Chris Crafts, if you're watching this one, you're going to like this one here. Again, I don't understand why these things are so cheap and why they're there for many years, because you can add this to any autograph. If you have an autograph of any of these people here, but it says Watergate jury finds Ehrlichman, Haldeman, and Mitchell guilty. They did Mitchell guilty, but face prison terms of 8 to 25 years. So there's a lot of times on these more or less homemade ones, they're going to be, I mean, this was probably done on a mass, I don't know, this could have been done in a quantity of 50 or 100. Depending on how many people ordered. And this is at Port Washington, New York, 1975. So, January 2nd. In fact, I got this. Get this. Today is January 2nd. This order came in January 2nd. So that's really cool. I got a January 2nd envelope on January 2nd. And then the last thing here, if I can get this video all done here, I got this. You've probably never seen these, but this is from BCW. And these are photograph sleeves. Now, why do I want these 6x8 photograph sleeves here? I could have gone to BCW, but there was a seller on eBay that was just about the exact same price. So let's get this opened here, and I'll show you what I'm doing with these things here. You can't always get the exact same size that you want, but just think of this as like a penny sleeve, but larger. Okay, so then we're just going to grab something out of here, and we're going to try this and see how this works here. So here's ABC After School Special. And this is Andrea's Story, A Hitchhiking Tragedy. There's that one there. And we want to put it in here, not to protect the piece of newsprint that it's on, but to protect the photograph that it goes with here. So that way this acidic piece of paper right here does not come in contact with the photograph in front here. And then it doesn't matter if I have other little pieces that I will just probably put in here to go with that. So if I have another thing that goes with that. So then that just gets slipped behind the photograph like so. I don't have my binder here. If I did, I would show you, but here we go. We'll just grab this right here. So I don't have Andrea's story here, but we're just going to pretend. So, like I said, my photograph will be here, and then this will just be information on the back like so. And then there will be the photograph, you know, in front there. That's a different photograph there, but you get the idea. So that is that one. That'll get me quite far ahead in the game because I'm never going to get all 150. And I'm not going to go and get more of these unless for some reason I happen to find a whole pile of them, like I did the previous time. So that's what I have for today in this particular mail edition. Lots and lots of stuff. I have some other errands to do, get rid of a bunch of stuff at a kind of a donation type spot here. Well, hopefully they will take that. If not, somebody else will. But again, this is a great source out of Canada. If you're in Canada, it's cheaper for shipping. If you're outside of Canada, a minimum of $10, and then pay $3 for shipping, and then you always get really cool stamps on the outside that you can throw in a binder. So if Jay Pylon, if you're watching this, that's a great source for TTM material. Just tons and tons of dirt cheap TTM material, and it came fairly quick. So very nice to have all that. And Jack Mulhall, check out, look for those cards on eBay or wherever, and hope you enjoyed that movie, Lankino, and thanks for watching.